Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From the 6. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now it's Jackson being chased out left. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Out to his left. And this one is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman from 17 yards out. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson rolling to his right. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him? Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The slot man in motion right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give him credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Complete to Likely. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 25 yards that time. They go play action now. Jackson steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. And that's caught inside the 35. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteeing he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off the play fake, here's Jackson rolling to his left. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now Burrow on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Josh Oliver, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson now. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays. That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Flushed out right. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely. from 17 yards out. And the Ravens have made it a 3-score game now here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Burrow. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. Ready?
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.